So hello YouTube. As you know, my plan was to sell off this Philips SPA1100 system because I brought it only for unboxing and some video purpose. But today I got chance to test it with my new Sanyo uh, 15-inch TV because this has the HDMI ARC port. So I got chance to test this with the HDMI ARC. So before starting, I want to tell you that if you have the TV stick or any TV stick and the HDMI CEC is not working for you, that means when you switch off your TV stick and your television is not switching off, then I found the solution on it. So most of the TVs will say directly that turn on or off HDMI CEC, but in my case there is no option for HDMI CEC into this TV. You can see no option for HDMI CEC. If I go to settings, the only option I found that I is sound out. Sound out means ARC port will be activated. That means the audio will go out from the HDMI to the any system which you have connected. So as soon as I started it, so HDMI CEC started working. I will show you. Now I will switch off the Realme stick. Okay, so TV is off. TV switched off automatically. I haven't used the TV remote. This is a TV remote. Okay. Now these TOR speakers are not HDMI CEC compliant. So these are not automatically switching on and off. I am not happy with it because if you are giving the HDMI port to some system, this is my complaint to Philips. So if you are giving some HDMI port, then you should by default give the HDMI CEC system. So as this is not HDMI CEC compliant, I will have to turn it on manually via its own remote or from the control unit. So that is a big flaw, I would say. So now let's turn on the TV. So I switched on the Realme TV stick and TV switched on automatically. This is awesome. This works flawless. Okay. So you don't need to carry multiple remotes all the time. And Fire TV stick is one step ahead of this. They have given infrared sensor on its remote. So even if you have some device which is not HDMI CEC compliant or you are not connected it via HDMI, then also you can configure it. Like in this case, I can configure my remote of Fire TV stick and I can turn this on. So same thing I have done in my own flat. Okay, this is also my flat, but this I don't stay here. I give it for Airbnb. Okay, so if you or your friends are planning to come Pune and need some good stay, then you can consider this. This is a fully furnished flat. It's huge, 1500 square feet. Okay, so you'll get this at a nominal rate. Now let's come to the main point why I'm making this video. So my goal was to sell this off, and I got a couple of buyers as well who gave me token actually, but now I've decided not to sell it because I'm loving it. Now let me tell you why. This time I made the connection via HDMI. I hope you can see it. So the port on the downside is the HDMI out port for this system. Okay. So what difference does it make to connect via HDMI? and via any other source like Bluetooth or something. That is the goal of this video. We are going to test it. Now one good thing is, as soon as I turn it on, it by default goes to HDMI mode. Okay, I want to max it out. Volume on 27, bass and treble to the max. This is a good EQ. I will set it on that EQ. Okay, now I kept both of the remotes aside. Now once I have tuned this up, I can control everything from my TV stick. Okay, you can see the volume bar. Now we will do one test. We will check the audio from the Bluetooth. Actually, I used many times this system on Bluetooth, but let me directly give you the demo how it sounds on Bluetooth first. Okay, now let me change the input: USB, FM, aux 2, Bluetooth. Now I will have to connect it to my Realme stick Bluetooth. Okay, for some reason it directly jumped down to HDMI 2, and you can see even in system it's on HDMI mode. Maybe it's detecting the signal that we are getting the HDMI signal. That's why both of them are changing their input sources. Let's try one more time. Okay, I can see Philips. Let me switch off the light because it's reflection. Yeah, now it's clear. Now we will pair it. Okay, so it's paired. Now I will compare the audio sitting on the same position. I will be sitting over here. You can see distance is around, I think, 15 feet, and this is very big room. Okay, so this will be the fair comparison. Now let me search for the song and then I will resume this video. Okay, right now we are testing Bluetooth mode. Okay, now let me turn it to the HDMI mode. Okay, now it's on HDMI mode. same way I will keep volume on max. Let's go. Now I hope you have had some idea, some clarity what's the difference. But as microphone cannot do the justice, I will explain you the real fact honestly. Okay. So on Bluetooth, I consider it to be little more louder than the HDMI connectivity, and that is because the Bluetooth is designed in such a way that it will give you the max potential. Okay, because it's handy but has some distortion, that's why it's loud all the time. But the HDMI is little less, I would say just 5% is difference you might have to consider. 5 to 10% difference is there in the loudness of the Bluetooth and the HDMI. HDMI is little less louder, but at the same time it has the brilliant clarity, zero distortion, zero distortion. Trust me, guys, because in Bluetooth mode there was some distortion, and the vocals were on bold side, the mid bass were on bolder side. Whereas when I connected via HDMI, the crystal clear highs literally did the charm, and the bass was even more low frequency bass, which we all love. So the clarity increased. No doubt HDMI connectivity is the best connectivity if you when it comes to the transfer of sound or any other data. Okay, so this was my comparison between the HDMI and the Bluetooth sound audio test of these Philips SPA1100 tower speakers. There are very few tower speakers which are capable of HDMI connectivity, and some local Desi tower speakers are importing the Chinese plate which has the HDMI already in it, but it's not a branded one. They have not fine tuned it, so I will not recommend it. Zebronics Zeb Octave is good tower speaker. It's in fact very powerful than this one, at least on paper, and it has the HDMI connectivity. So after this, I will recommend you to go for that, but that is pretty costly, like 25,000. This one you will find around 15,000 into the market. So this is, makes more sense and more value for money. And even in this big room, there is plenty of bass. You won't feel like it's not loud enough, but it's not as loud as my Sony 1000 watt RMS home theater system. If I decide to place all the speakers on all the corners, it will literally uh, it will literally be so loud that you can hear it even outside of my bungalow. But this is enough, and the best part of this tower speaker system I like is free from mess. There is no mess of wiring. I don't have to route everything here and there and all. Everything is clean and at that corner only. I don't have to worry about anything. So this was my video on how to enable the HDMI CEC, what is its use, and the comparison between the Bluetooth and HDMI sound quality. If you have any questions, drop your comments below. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Live loud.